Welcome back, you're watching Overdrive and it's time now for us to talk about SUVs. Volkswagen showcased the Touareg at the 2012 Delhi Auto Expo. It's soon going to be launching the SUV here in India. Sandeep got a chance to test the beast in its natural elements. Take a look.
This is an altogether different animal. This is the uber luxurious VW Touareg SUV, the 2012 edition that's just been launched in India. And today we're going to see just how good this is off-road. Being related to a celebrity can be no fun at all. Take the Touareg. It shares its basic silhouette and underpinnings with the Porsche Cayenne and Audi Q7. But because of their red carpet factor, this SUV has been outshined. Can this 2012 edition change things? In profile or from the back, it looks substantial, all business and rather fetching. But it's the face that's a bit too familiar. Look at the grille and headlamps in isolation and it could well be a Passat or even a Jetta. Volkswagen is taking the family resemblance thing to new heights, and the big boy of the family could have done with a newer nose. The cabin though is plush, warm and comfortable. Build quality is excellent, just what we've come to expect from Volkswagen, and equipment levels are top notch. But the Touareg misses a third row of seats. The 2012 Touareg is powered by a 3-litre V6 turbo diesel engine that puts out 245 PS of power and a substantial 550 Newton meters of torque. It's mated to an 8-speed automatic transmission with a manual mode which most people are not going to bother using. On the road, engine and gearbox combine to make the Touareg effortless to drive. To help us further evaluate the Touareg, Volkswagen had set up what was, at first glance, a rather innocuous off-roading course. A few ditches, a few big holes, some water hazards and a large mound of earth. Then the German instructors who'd put it all together told us it was specifically designed to push the Touareg and its driver to the limit. Interesting. Alright, so we're ready to tackle this course, and joining me in the car is my instructor for the day, Udo. Udo, thank you so much for taking me through this. What we've done with the car before we started out is we're in drive mode. The air suspension is in comfort. We've got it just, there's one rotary switch here which has gone from on-road to off-road. That's enabled all the aids. And the air suspension is up at a high level. It's not quite at its highest level, but we'll come to that in a bit. Converting the Touareg from highway cruiser to off-road beast is simply the matter of turning some dials. Even though the Indian Spec doesn't have a low ratio transfer case, the off-road mode adjusts the electronics, differential, suspension and even the throttle response. Mounting the right side of the wall.
Yes, up too fast, you can brakes, no problem.
And immediately you can see
when you feel the descent control works.
I'm up in the air, Udo's down there. He's looking remarkably calm.
Now we have the axle articulation.
And we're out.
Okay, now the next obstacle is an axle articulation or axle twist section.
While the first ditch is all about lean angles, the next set of obstacles is the place to test the Touareg's wheel articulation and its impressive 300mm of ground clearance. You were telling us before we got into the car that the idea here is not to steer at all, keep your steering wheel absolutely straight.
Yes, and now we switch the rotary switch one click to the right.
And right now, if you're watching this from the outside, we're on 3 wheels with one wheel completely up in the air. And as I keep going, down to the other one. Whoa!
Yes, now we have a great precision to change the tire with our tire checkers.
You're concentrating, of course, on making sure your front wheel is okay, but
It's always important to remember that the rear axle is out there, and if you pick up too much speed too quickly, it's not going to be a good thing. Alright. Now this next obstacle, Udo, from the outside it looks just like a small clump of earth, but it could be the scariest one.
It's a big dirt wave, yeah, it's the same. You go slow in, right off the switch and slow out.
Okay.
The final challenge, the large mound of earth, was there to demonstrate two specific electronic aids.
What we're going to look at here is hill assist as well as hill descent control.
Yes. First we start with uphill assist. You can go in and stop, please.
Okay, so once I've got the car
now you're
facing uphill,
yes.
foot off the accelerator,
Yes.
the car stops.
The car stops.
My foot's not on the brake right now.
You need no handbrake and so on. Yeah. You give now more power
On
and
the
it's
gas.
gone.
And up we go.
Okay, and stop.
This again is very scary because if it weren't for these holes here, I wouldn't know where I was going. Over the top, down the other side, and again now.
Okay,
Brake.
now you can stop. And now we'll use hill descent control. We release brake pedal and the car brakes for us.
So my foot's off, the car's controlling the descent until we reach the flat surface.
Unfortunately, the rain arrived to spoil my party, but not before we gave the Touareg a proper workout. And you know what? Most buyers will stay on tarmac and thus won't even begin to guess just what these SUVs are capable of doing in the dirt, or just how competent and comfortable they can make the driver feel.
Well, it's been an incredibly fun day, and if there is one thing that I'm taking away from this experience, is that appearances can be very deceptive. When we first got here, this course looked incredibly simple, but as I soon discovered, it's anything but simple. The same goes for the Touareg. When you look at it from the outside, it looks like a big, comfortable, luxurious SUV. Doesn't really look like it can hack it off-road. But as we saw today, this car can share its name very proudly with VW's Racing Touareg, because this is a true blue off-roader.